it's been a fun year. I think we had a really good group here. I think we had a really good chemistry in the locker room. All the guys were enjoying every day, and it was a lot of fun to be here this year.
Year 1 to year 2, what was the biggest change in your personal game you thought that you made strides in year 2?
I feel I've been producing more this year, finding ways to get more points and scoring goals, and yeah, I think I'm improving that, and of course my defensive game been better. I feel more solid there, and I feel I can be more trusted, but I feel that I have a lot of things to work on too. I'm not finished, and I want to get better and get more consistent in my play. So I have a lot to do also, but I can take with me a lot of good things this year.
When you look back at your decision, I think, to move from Sweden and go to the American Hockey League, do you now look at that decision with now 2 years under your belt and think to yourself, was the right path for me because I've done this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, coming over here last year was a big step for me, and I felt already then that this was the right decision, and this was the right thing to do. And this year I've been learning, and I feel more comfortable around the guys and around here. So I think this decision I did last year was a great decision. And it's nothing I would change.
And when you also look at it too, as a 20-year-old going into next year, you are in another great spot where you can compete for a job in Calgary. And if you do find yourself here in Stockton, do you kind of see yourself becoming a young leader on this team now that you'd have 3 years of pro going into your third season as a pro?
For sure. I mean, like you said, it could be my third year next year, and like you said, also I want to compete for a job up there, and it's some spots available. So I'll do my thing in the summer and work hard and get better, faster, stronger, and go back to Calgary and do what I can to get a roster spot in the beginning there. But if I'll end up here, I will do the same as I've been doing and playing hard and playing my game and like you said, be a leader out there and show what I can do and be trusted out there.
You also were part of that World Junior Championships this year. It was an exciting time for you guys, and unfortunately you guys didn't win that medal, but afterwards you came back and you didn't really get a break, I think, from all the way through the holidays, all the way through the tournament, and then right back into the swing of things in the AHL. When you look back at that point in time, did you kind of feel like you were a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of games you had to play over that short span, and did you feel like it affected you at all?
I mean, it was a lot of games, like you said. We played. I think we had a road trip before I went to the World Juniors there, and right when I came for exhibition game, we played against Russia. I think I just got 1 day of rest, and then we played that Russian game there, and then we had maybe 2 or 3 days, and then the tournament started. So it was a lot of games and a lot of hockey there, and not that much rest. And like you said, when I came back, I didn't get that much rest either because we had a lot of games here, and we were struggling a little bit that time when I got back. So yeah, it was a lot of hockey there, and it was hard to feel fresh all the time. But this is our job, and we need to find ways to play hard and be prepared for every game.
Have you ever gone through a roller coaster like season like this where you've had some ups and downs, not only in your own game, but as a team? You guys were one of the best at the beginning of the year, and in the middle of the season we had that slump, and then you guys finished one of the hottest teams in the American Hockey League, got yourself to a playoff spot, and took the top team in the Western Conference to overtime in Game 5.
Yeah, like my first year playing pro in Sweden, this year happened. We were good in the beginning, and then we were awful in the middle of the season. And we couldn't find ways to win, and I think it was 1.5 or 2 months left of the season. We were trying to find ways to win, and we were winning games, and we went to the final, but we fortunately lost in the finals for nothing in games. But yeah, I feel some similarities to that year, but I think this group showed that we're hard group to play against, and all the guys were believing in each other, and we did the best we could. And yeah, like you said, yesterday was a tough break, but we need to move on and look for next year.
And what's the plan going into this off season for you? Obviously some training, but hopefully a little bit of relaxation as well.
Yeah, I'll take some days off too. I'll travel a little bit in Spain, be there for a while, and then I'll just spend some time back home too, just to see my family and friends and hang with them. I don't see them that often, so it's going to be good to see them.